Make sure that you plant the plants so that it's just even with the soil. So you're just going to open the soil up, put it in, see how it's even and level, and then push the soil back in around it.
Agriculture is the biggest industry here in Stanislaus County, where farms generate about $3 billion worth of commodities each year. So you'd think that kids from local schools would have plenty of exposure to the farm life. But school officials from the towns of Turlock and Ceres discovered that was not always the case.
Almost all the kids in our program are actually coming from a suburban environment. Very, very few of our students are actually coming off of a farm. They don't have any idea where their food comes from. We plant broccoli plants and they look at that and they have no idea what a broccoli looks like growing in the field.
We have some students that have never had a farm experience. They've never planted something in the ground and been able to watch it grow. They've never been able to hold a chick or pet a sheep or a goat. And so with bringing them out here, they actually get these experiences that they may not have otherwise.
In the last several years, both the Turlock and Ceres school districts have invested significant time and money into creating real working farms for their students. Turlock's effort started in 2013 when the district bought 10 acres of land in the city. They've been slowly building it up since.
We finally finished our swine facility just about 3 weeks ago. So now we have a swine facility that is up to industry standards. We've also been able to bring out our goats and sheep to the farm this year. They used to be housed at different locations. We have about an acre of fruit trees and we have about an acre of vegetables. We are starting to plant now with the first graders and they will continue to plant with about 800 more first graders out here. We get a lot of seeds planted and they're very good at doing that.
Turlock wants to make this farm accessible to every student in the district, whether it's elementary school students on a field trip or high schoolers who are raising animals through Future Farmers of America.
She's born in November, so she's about 4.5 months old. Yes.
The learning doesn't stop at the farm for these first graders from Juline Elementary School. Their teachers say they have several lessons planned around today's excursion.
Kids are jumping up and down, very excited, and it kind of brings to life the things they've been reading about and learning about.
The teachers are very good about bringing it back to the classroom and using it as, remember when we were at the farm and we did this.
Turlock's farm coordinator, Laura Brem, says the district was also motivated by new science standards that encouraged kids to memorize less and explore more.
We don't just give them the answers. We want them to explore and to investigate and then find the answers on their own, because as they go through that process, they internalize it. It becomes a part of them.
I've been planting peas, climbing on tractors, looking at fruit. I really enjoyed looking inside of a tractor because I don't really get to do that often.
The food grown on the Turlock farm typically returns to the schools as a snack for students. But the farm run by the Ceres School District takes it a step further. Each year, they sell about $18,000 worth of produce grown on the farm back to the school district.
It's really a seed to fork operation. We start seeds in our greenhouses with our students, we grow those, and then they actually go into a school lunch program with the school district. So instead of buying it from a wholesaler, they're actually purchasing it from the ag program and those funds come back into it. So on an average week, we're probably feeding 2,000 students just off of this particular fruit that comes off the farm.
The food that grows out here and goes to our cafeteria, I feel like that does make a difference because a lot of people don't know where their food comes from. Instead of like trucking in fruits from different parts of California, we can just truck them in from our school farm.
Ariana is a junior at Ceres Central Valley High School, which offers students 4 career pathways in its agriculture program. This 6.5-acre farm is an extension of that program with more than 200 fruit trees, table grapes, and vegetables. Plus, there's livestock facilities so students can learn how to care for cattle, sheep, pigs, and goats.
I've been thinking a lot about veterinarian technician. With the experience I have with goats, it's going to help me a lot to go towards my career.
Ceres ag instructor Ken Moncrief says one of the most rewarding parts of his job is watching students eat farm-fresh food, often for the very first time.
When we grow a carrot, they're pulling the carrots right out of the ground. I have to kind of fight them to go wash them because they're so excited to try their vegetables that they grew. So I think they're really learning about nutrition and things like that because they're eating something right out of the ground.
I think it's very important for students to know where the food is coming from because a lot of people are starting to raise awareness of like how important it is to have locally sourced food.
School officials from both Turlock and Ceres agree the learning that goes on these farms is invaluable. It provides a hands-on experience students can't get in the classroom, sparks a new appreciation for animals, and even offers inspiration for a future career.
In education, there are so many great kids, and I think this is a shining example of where kids can really shine. Every part of this is touched by kids' hands, and that's what makes me the most proud.